will be quite as strong as it has been for the PPP. I don't know that, but and the second thing is we won't run out of money.
Hello everyone, we gladly welcome you back to our channel, Jack Fund Management. As the globe strategizes to reopen, New York State strategizes to reopen. Several states submit reopening strategies to Pence. Antibody tests should help move things along. Texas, the most populous state, will reopen shortly. Within Georgia, restaurants can reopen outdoor sports. With an eye on hospital capacity, antibody tests look dependable. Antibodies may give some level of protection. They could mean immunity. Immunity may remain for a couple of months or years. The dollar weakens against the yen. Bank of Japan announced unlimited QE and bond buying. GM suspended dividends. Markets moving higher remains a lot on fiscal policy. Phase 3.5 got passed. Yet many think we could use a lot more. Adequate stimulation now looks far prioritized. Stimulation now far positively outweighs not doing so. Government spending matters more when economies do well. Therefore, the debt can win.
I'll sign a proclamation declaring the month of May to be older.
Meanwhile, Kim Jong may have some serious problems. Powell also calls for, keyword, all levels of government to act appropriately. This will also support their endeavors.
Proactively and aggressively until we're confident that we are solidly on the road to recovery.
He sees Fed action as successfully preserving credit flow. Powell states he revels in the fact all markets keep working.
You know, our concern is that they be working. We're not focused on the level of asset prices in particular. It's just.
He underscores that he feels happy that most thinking people feel comfortable that this does not look like 2008.
Borrowers are borrowing. Asset prices are moving in response to events. That is really important for everybody, including the most vulnerable among us.
The Fed did work amazingly. They made banks' capital capability flush.
If markets stop working and credit stops flowing, then that's when you see very sharp negative, even more negative economic outcomes. So, and I think our measures have supported market function pretty well.
I don't know whether
S&P 500 gained 15% month 4 2020, a massive gain.
With our shareholders.
Exxon posted a $610 million loss, a first loss in decades. At a more incorrect side of the trade, these oil men may do well within a year frame. Yet beyond that, some have mentioned that they may never get back to pre-corona demand, BPD, barrels per day. Bezos stated investors should sit down as they will keep spending. Yet maybe you should not forget that at this point, people may expect
we had so many orders that we weren't ready for.
Or maybe you will recall that customers, investors, workers helped get Amazon to where it got. Of course, multi-billionaires may not care, but they may care eventually. Some analysts noted Amazon does not look like the most efficient model that most had thought. In a 3 to 5 year, longer horizon, sure, they may look fine. Yet on a more competitive timescale, 1 to 2 years, they may move a bit more sluggishly. Best Buy will likely take temperature on entering. Gilead CV drug has shown positive results. AstraZeneca also has started to play a big role. Fauci announces he confirms Gilead is a clear-cut positive development. It can help people recover much quicker. Additionally, the FDA entered in talks about remdesivir. China, as first to recover, consumers will recover faster. One could play this with BABA, adding in some global diversification. In regards to Boeing, estimates put out that they will return to gain cash in 2021. It led the Dow on 4/29/2020. 737 regulatory approval could resume in Q3 of 2020. Production of this craft to restart this year and 31 per month in 2021. They stay very optimistic on this jetliner program. A robust NIH showed patients recovered 31% faster and showed that those whom took remdesivir could survive when they otherwise would not. Some meat-producing plants got disrupted. CEOs report chicken sales do tremendously well, and supply chains, though a bit more sporadic, have not materially affected business. This means a consumer cyclical style stock, Wingstop, ticker WING, should outperform. We feel a bit unsure why we have seen so many videos of a Meet Kevin. This may seem like spam. Also, we feel a bit unsure why everyone may feel obsessed with this person. We guess it may have a bit to do with herd mentality. As far as securities, we feel confused. If he makes his money in real estate and has success there, why does he sell health insurance and somewhat spam videos and act as an FA? That may sum up what we may think about this kind of thing, as we really do not admire this kind of thing. Yet, we kept seeing these videos after videos, and it did not really make any sense. Moving on, we still have a bit of an elevated VIX. Under 30 could look a lot more clear. Looking ahead, a 60% chance could exist that Tesla gets added to the S&P 500 by year-end, even with Musk's antics. Addition to the S&P 500 could bode well for any stock. It could mean much more exposure, among many other things.
Consciousness, then we're better able to ask the right questions.
TSLA reported a profit of 1.24 against street estimates of a loss of 37 cents. This means Tesla could, more and more, enter into a profitability zone. They reported a revenue of $5.99 billion against $5.81 billion, as well as a much boosted $895 million free cash flow. This came out versus $604.4 million. Tesla also surpassed estimates when it reported Q1 deliveries. Corona could actually create disruption. Older manufacturers may struggle, postponing, halting electrification initiatives. Issues may not affect all equally, a pretty common misconception. In Q1, Tesla reported 88.4 thousand deliveries. Meanwhile, other automakers reported delivery declines. This means an inverse rise for Tesla, still pointing out demand. And this could mean Tesla has trends on its side, a boon for any stock. Tesla Semi should prove a massive upcoming growth driver. Shanghai Gigafactory will come online fast and ramp up. Berlin Gigafactory will roll out deliveries in 2021. Tesla has stayed resilient, contrasted with Corona challenges year to date. Tesla stock had risen 91% this year, the far and beyond number one performer of the Nasdaq 100. Then Elon Musk spoke a bit crazily about freedoms, and once more kept up those antics with tweeting about Tesla. CEO professionalism remains highly important for any business. A thing called management risk does exist and can affect stock price. If he stays, well, more under control, things could do well. Tesla should reveal soon a billion-mile battery. Tesla could then plug into a grid, serve multiple functionality. This increases values of Teslas as also storage devices. This could turn out as a powerful advancement for these vehicles. It could enable long-haul semis, robo-taxis, among many other things. Additionally, they have a huge product roadmap. In 5 years, they will produce many more gigafactories. They have a 1K per week install target with vast demand from China and start to see more and more interest outside North America. This indicates continuation and furthering of innovation, design, and new product lines. Consumers and investors alike typically love to see this. We thank you all a ton for returning, and new visitors too. Have a good week, stay tuned, and come back soon for more market concepts, news, finance, and money-making ideas.